Hello and welcome to the San Diego Unified IT Training Department's video series, Tips and Tricks. In today's video, we'll be covering the topic of the new feature in Google Drive called Spam. All right, so here we see my Sandy.net Google domain Drive account that I have, and each of us at San Diego Unified, because we have a Sandy.net email address, we all have access to our Sandy.net Drive. So here we can see the Drive user interface, and there's a couple of new features that have just shown up in the last few weeks, and we're going to be talking specifically about the spam folder or the spam view right down here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it real quick just to see what it looks like. All right, so it's saying that the spam folder is empty, and we're going to talk about just what goes in there, why we have a spam folder, and let's look at this banner right here. First, it says, files in spam won't appear anywhere else in Drive. Files are permanently removed after 30 days. So let's see if we can figure out exactly what goes in here. So what I did was I simply Googled, what is the new spam feature in Drive? And so we have this little overview here that basically tells us that just like in our Gmail account or some other email account, sometimes people will get a hold of our email addresses and they'll just start sending us a whole bunch of things that we don't want. And if they keep sending a whole bunch of things that we don't want, we call that spam. And so the same thing can actually happen in our Google Drive. All someone would need is to share repeatedly over and over something to our, in this case, our Sandy.net Google Drive account based on our Sandy.net email address. And so what it's saying is if someone keeps sending a whole bunch of things to us, then what Google will do is simply separate it and put it into the spam folder automatically for us. So let's go back there. And so after 30 days, if we don't do anything with it, it will just disappear. So that's pretty cool. So it happens automatically. And it says right here that the files that are in spam don't appear anywhere else. But there's another way to deal with this. So for example, I'm going to click here on my Drive, and I'm going to look around for something that maybe I don't want or that I think is spam that someone has shared with me. So to find that, I'm going to go to the Shared With Me folder. And over here, I can see that I have this file called Spamming Test Doc. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. This is something that I created with my private Drive account associated with my Yahoo email. And I just created it and I shared it with my Sandy.net Google Drive account based on my Sandy.net email address. And once I did that, it's going to show up, of course, in my Sandy.net shared with me folder. And here it is right here. So when I see this, if I want to get rid of it, if I decide that it's actually spam, I can actually choose to put it in the spam folder. So let's look at how we could do that. First of all, I can right click on it. And in addition to all the other choices that I have, down at the bottom here, you can see that I have an option to report it or to actually block the individual. In this case, it's my personal email account. I can block anyone I want to if they send us something that we decide is spam by simply clicking on those options there. But actually what I'm going to do is another way to do this is simply just to left click and drag it right into the spam folder. All right, so look what Google allows us to do. It says, what are you reporting? So if it's spam or fraud, unwanted solicitations, phishing, malware, or impersonation, I can click this button here. Or maybe it's disturbing or inappropriate content that someone's sending to us. So again, anytime someone sends something to you, you have a choice to be able to designate it as spam because of this new spam folder that has shown up. Maybe it's a copyright violation we're concerned about. We could select that. Maybe it's something to do with child endangerment or some other illegal activity. So we could select any one of those. And it's also allowing us, if we check the box down here, to actually block the sender. So it's kind of nice that just like in Gmail and our other email accounts, we can actually designate something as spam, and we won't ever get another something, a file or whatever from that same email address simply by clicking this. And so all I have to do is select whichever one pertains to all of this and then click on report. And again, if this is selected, then never again will this particular person, which again happens to be me for this test, would never be able to send me anything else. Of course, I don't want that to happen because that's my personal account. So I'm not going to click the report button. I'm just going to click cancel. All right. And so that's how the spam folder works essentially. I actually tried some experimenting with this. I tried to send the same file. Actually, this one right here, I sent it and unsent it about 30 times over the period of about an hour, hoping that that might trigger the spam filter and maybe put it right into the spam folder. It did not work that way. So exactly what is designated as spam automatically? Again, it could be something that's sent multiple times, or maybe it's the same sender is just sending you hundreds of things every day, all different items. And at some point, the spam filter that's built into Google Drive now, as of a few weeks ago, will then put it in the spam folder. And as it says right up here, it won't occur anywhere else. That particular file won't be anywhere else inside your drive. It'll just be here. And for 30 days, we have a chance to look at it. So that's how the spam filter works. And the new spam folder, Google is trying to protect us from someone who keeps sending things to us that is unwanted. Again, it can happen automatically, or we can simply just go to our drive and on any file that is shared with us, and I'll go to shared with me, we can simply just right click on it, and then we can report or block it by simply clicking here. So that is how the new spam filter works in Google Drive. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope this has been helpful, and please share this video with your colleagues if you think it might be helpful to them as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.